Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Concert Junkies, Rob and John. Oh, yeah.
And we're live. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Casey, a bass player for Thy Kingdom.
I'm Zach, the lead singer for Thy Kingdom.
Colton, one of the guitarists of Thy Kingdom.
Nick, one of the guitarists of Thy Kingdom.
Logan, ye old knight of Thy Kingdom, the drummer.
So would you like to give us a little background of you guys, since we have fans that haven't heard about you guys yet?
So a little background. Well, I just joined about a year and a half ago. These guys have been around for a little while. I'm sure Logan and Colton are one of the main two, so they can go ahead and give you a little more in depth, though.
Yeah, go ahead. Or if you want me to go, yeah.
That's all you.
All right.
Man.
So, from my perspective, this thing started when we had a bandmate who's since passed away, who wanted to actually start up like a thrash metal sort of project, and he had me he approached me about it, and then I said, well, it sounds cool, let's go ahead and do that. And then we kind of both approached Logan, and then I don't know, that's kind of where she all started.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure Logie can give more details.
Well, he was a roommate of mine, and he passed away, but he wanted to start this project. He wanted a band that he was proud of, that he could showcase to the world. And we've had our ups and we've had our downs, but this is the lineup that's the most solid. This is the perseverance lineup that we have. This is the face of Thy Kingdom.
So if you had to describe your band as a meal,
we had to describe. I personally would describe it as kind of because like the kind of thrash bands I was influenced by were like Voivod, Vector, that kind of proggy style thrash. That's how I would kind of say what we're most like. Of course, we all have different influences. Like I know Nick's a big Anthrax guy, and Logan's he's been listening to Lazarus AD a lot lately.
Yeah, I grew up as a Queensryche fan, so
Yeah.
we bring a little melody to the thrash as well.
Yeah,
I mean, we kind of all have our own influences.
That's true.
Zach is
Pretty good melting pot.
wow, Queen. That's kind of why we picked the name Thy Kingdom, because you have like
Everybody.
technical thrash, you have 80s vocals, you have. Well, I've been on a Lazarus AD and Lamb of God kick, so like that groove thrash. Nick's classically trained, or
and you started
was
out
going
on
to school
classical,
for classical
didn't
training.
Yeah.
And Casey's he's all over the place. He can play Tool,
Yeah.
he can play Primus. I mean, he's
you? Right in the middle of a practice, this dude will start tapping bass line. I'm like, that would sound really bitchin' on fretless. Like
So,
if you had,
I mean, we picked the name just because we're all encompassing. I'd like to call us a prog groove thrash, because there's a lot of dance in our shows. There's a lot of people that can't sit still.
one of our songs has a swing beat even.
so do you have like pretty much I know it's kind of a new thing or an old thing that I didn't know about till now. Do you have like a mosh call? Like, do you have anything to get everybody riled up?
Yeah, I'm sorry, we didn't hear that.
No, do we have a mantra or anything?
Oh, mantra.
Mantra,
like,
what we're all
mantra.
about, right?
Oh. I don't know about the other guys, but for me, it's all about like music. So all this like kind of, to me, that's all it's really about. I'll come up with something that I think sounds cool and then go from there. I'm sure Casey, Zach, or the other guys have different ideas.
Yeah, mine's just about expression, trying to get the feels out so other people can feel better about themselves by listening to our music.
So, what is the best thing about being in a band, and what is the worst?
I know for myself, I'd start with the worst, and I think that's just the time and dedication it takes. A lot of people don't really think about that. They don't think about I mean, I work a normal job. I don't have enough time to really spend with my wife because if I'm not working, I'm hanging out with these guys and trying to make some groovy tunes. But it's just part of the life it is, you know. And I think the best part is being able to express yourself in many different ways, whether it's adding a couple of ad libs to a song at the end of the night, or just dancing to a song that you've been making and you realized, oh, this groove kind of goes with it. Let's just dance on stage. You know, it's very expressive.
Yeah. For me, the best part is inspiration strikes at random times, but also the worst part is that inspiration strikes at random times. So I'll be at like 5 a.m. and I'm sitting there noodling on something or just start singing something. I'm like, hold on, I gotta put a voice recording on that. So I at least have the idea and it didn't disappear.
Yeah, the best part to me is just all of it coming together. Everybody's different ideas, because when you come up with an idea, you don't know what it's going to sound like until you hear everybody else's ideas as well. Making a creative thing together, I guess.
Mhm.
I ask this every episode, and I really don't care what people say. What do you want to leave as your legacy as a person, not musically, as a person?
Well, what would your legacy be as a person? I'd just like people to relate to the music that I personally write, and the hope it just helps somebody. That's just my personal.
My personal legacy, and it can go musically, it can go in any facet of life, really. It can go in your work, it can go in your hobbies. My legacy would be, and I've told people this, it's to be better than I was yesterday, but not as good as I'll be tomorrow.
I get that. I guess my legacy would be what I would hope is something akin to like Thelonious Monk or something, where you're remembered for that, but like also people remember Thelonious Monk for like his other things of like just it's because music's like the harshest teacher in the sense like you're always improving and you as the creator don't really like hear what other people are hearing. So there's like that little disconnect of like, I could have done that better. I could have did this or I could have did that. So I guess the legacy would be having how would I say it? Not having as harsh a view of the music that I do when I'm playing it.
That goes that you're your own self-critic anyway, so I mean, you're listening to your own music and you're like, no, I should tweak it here, tweak it there, use another kick, another whammy bar, you know, like it's always realistically it's you against you.
Yeah, these guys kept having to tell me that everybody's their own worst critic, because this album that we've been recording and we're about to release the first single on is I just did not like any of the vocals on it. I told them I needed to be turned way down, and they were just constantly telling me to shut up, essentially.
You're too harsh on yourself.
I mean, you're not gonna like everything you do, but there's I'll be honest. There's plenty of episodes that I had, and I was like, I'm pure trash. But numbers talk, bullshit walks. You know what I'm saying? Like, speaking of the new song that's coming out on Friday, you want to give us a little Easter egg on how that got started?
Deacons of the Deep.
That started as like this. Well, the main melody started at, I was listening to a lot of black metal, so it's a lot of like a heavily tremolo picked melody, but the actual inspiration for the lyrics was when because it was originally written by me, Logan, and the bandmate that passed away, and we were all just kind of collectively playing Dark Souls 3 at the time.
Very nerdy.
Yes, yeah. So the origins are very nerdy, and so we're just like we were thinking about the lore, and we're like, that's actually kind of cool that something pure kind of got corrupted. So that's really where it came from, and then grew from there.
But lyrically, is it, what do you call it? A story that was told to you, or you lived, or just by conversation?
Yeah, I think a lot lyrically it does reflect the backstory, but it also just kind of applies to nuances that we have to deal with today. It's essentially just about how everybody you're supposed to look up to, in my mind, outside looking in. I wasn't a part of the writing process, but I had to learn the lyrics. And for me, outside looking in, I always kind of saw it as these people that you're supposed to look up to can take anything away from you at any time because they have the power of people looking up to them.
And it's also kind of like the people you're looking up to, of course, are like kind of exalted in like their position. So it's like it was seeing something like kind of cool, kind of pure, just getting corrupted in its original intent. And of course, as fantasy does with Dark Souls, they like overemphasize it by making it all grotesque with monsters and stuff. But
Let's have a Freaky Friday scenario here. Which band member you do not want to be for 24 hours?
Would you not want to be?
You would not want to be for 24 hours.
The drummer.
Same.
I don't have the stamina for that.
Yeah, my legs ain't built for that anymore.
I would get a cramp on the first song for sure. What about you guys?
The same.
All right. Well, what about the drummer? Who would you not want to be, Logan?
The bassist.
You don't want to be the
No,
bassist.
And only because
that makes sense.
there's so many tempo changes and then time signature changes. And I'm a jazz drummer, so I follow the bassist for timing. And he like at one point he put his pick down and was trying to like use like finger style that song, and it's so fast that I know. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, there's really nobody driving the ship if we really think about it. Because I'm following Logan, Casey's following me, Nick's following Logan, and Zach's following me. I'm like, nobody's steering this.
No, yeah.
So it's just a big melting pot of, I have to look at this person and see what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to start this pre-chorus, right after the where on a solo. So,
Oops.
So like when you're practicing and what do you call it? I know we won't do it on stage, but do you click track or no?
We don't typically use click tracks. We only used it honestly for recording. We probably need to get our practice in with click tracks for when we play bigger shows. We've got a couple that are unannounced that we can't talk too much about, but we probably should start working with those and in ears as well. But we don't work with those at the moment. No, we've just been kind of raw dogging it to speak.
Yeah. For all the stuff I would give, for all the crap I would give Logan for like making songs faster than they were recorded. One thing I can say for sure is when he picks a tempo, he will stick to it. Mm-hmm.
So tuning wise, are you normally in drop D or?
I tune whole step down on a 7-string, so A D G C F A D from low to high.
And I typically just try and match pitch, but a lot of the times it's ending on me just basically yelling on stage anyways. I mean, we're thrash, so.
No, I know, I'm just saying, like the tuning and the.
So yeah,
Alright,
you're
so-
usually drum D as well.
Yeah,
A whole step down.
yeah, just 12 step down.
Yeah.
E standard, D standard.
Yep, D standard.
So who are you actually listening to on your playlist right now? It doesn't have to be in your genre. It doesn't have to be in the same genre as you, or is there anything that would surprise people you listen to?
Oddly enough, I'm a giant fan of No Doubt and
Nice.
Shaman's Harness.
Mine's it's disjointed. Like it'll go from like who I have on my shirt, Necrophagus, to like Louis Armstrong.
A little Sinatra sprinkled in there.
Yeah, a little Sinatra sprinkled in there for flavor.
What about you guys?
I've been listening to a lot of Antlers, but I've also been listening to a lot of Depeche Mode and Janet Jackson. I mean, the
Hell yeah.
Like old Janet Jackson or
old Janet Jackson,
Hell
like
yeah.
her duet with Michael Jackson,
Hmm.
is pristine. Like
Yeah.
Primo.
those musicians really just locked in and let the vocalists do what they do. Like they totally just supported them, and that's ultimately that's what I try and do in this project and in music endeavors in general. Is
It's gotta be cool to listen to.
yeah, the vocals are the key point, and I'm there to support them.
What about you, Casey?
Yeah.
Just whatever comes on. I don't know. Mostly podcasts and I don't know, horror stories, not music. A lot of time during the day, it's just not music. It's a lot of just podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, kind of go all over the place. I guess like jazz, classical. I mean, blues. I love a lot of hippies bands like Jefferson Airplane, Doors.
Nice.
Hmm.
One that keeps showing up on mine also is Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah,
When you say jazz, do you mean like quartet jazz or big band jazz?
both. Yeah,
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 both,
I
bro.
Yeah.
gotta have them all.
Yeah, my playlist is like Pokemon.
I mean, I'm not opposed because some of those themes are pretty banger.
Yeah.
you ever think about using it for a backing track? And just go heavy. Like the theme song to Pokemon.
I did not hear that last part.
So do you think of using a backing track of Pokemon and go heavy after that?
That would be pretty sweet.
That would be pretty fun to do.
We now have to write a Pokemon song. Like
Yeah,
we've
no,
been
no, yeah.
challenged. That's what I feel like
Right.
that
It's
was.
gotta happen.
We do like to put a lot of video game themes at the ending of our shows. Typically, Colton will play like outros for several video games.
If I remember, sometimes I'll forget. I'm like, oh no, I'm on the spot.
Yeah, what's that one you typically do?
Oh, the one I usually do is the ending arpeggios of Super Mario. You know when he hits the flag. I'll do that.
Yeah, and we were kind of throwing around the idea of either starting or ending a show with the Halo theme.
Or
We
Doom.
ended it already with at a show.
Yeah, so we're
Well,
gonna
I know,
have
I'm
to
just
do Doom
saying,
now.
like the vocals.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, if you could pick your own bill, 3-day festival. First day would be female fronted. Second day would be national. Third day would be regional. Who are you taking on tour with you?
Depends. Like, so for big bands, I mean, there's plenty of them that we could just throw out there. I do like a lot of local bands as well. Yeah, what do you guys think? I think Unveiled for sure. It's another one of our local bands that we love.
Mhm.
Into the Aisle would be another local band that we love.
I would agree with that one.
We would love to drag our local bands that play with us constantly out with us. And then as far as big bands, I know Lamb of God was mentioned, and I love Randy Blythe. Same with Shaman's Harvest. I don't know about you guys. You guys could add the rest of the lineup. Like I got my 2 freebies. So
I'd like to throw in King Diamond in there or Merciful Fate. I kind of put them in the same camp because it's basically the same guys.
fair. Tool and Primus.
What about you, Nikki?
Yeah, I don't know. Primus and Megadeth, I guess, would be up there for me. Yeah.
I knew one of them was coming.
Yeah.
Casey.
I don't have 2 choices.
Really?
Really?
Not even ACDC, huh?
No
Too many good
Akadaka?
bands. They need to retire anyway.
Hey,
They need to retire and be done.
Akadaka forever, dude.
Well, yeah, forever, but like they need to be done. Okay, like recent live videos, they need to be done.
That's how I felt about Vince Neil.
Oh,
So
Right.
for local bands, I would support Zach in the Unveiled. I would throw in Reckoner.
Reckoner,
I
yes.
think they have a good vibe, but
Mhm.
as far as big bands, and this sounds really weird, but since the dawn of streaming, we've seen like Jelly Roll open for Shinedown and Cypress Hill open for Slipknot. So holistically, I would put in fact, recently Slaughter to Prevail and Baby Metal wrote a song together. And it's like that would be it.
How tight would it be if we were also doing this with Wu-Tang Clan?
Oh,
You know what? I will
Wait,
throw
wait, wait.
2.
The original Wu-Tang Clan?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the one with the RZA.
From the
in there.
90s?
Yeah.
All right, then definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Wu-Tang for life, but I'm saying they only had their last 2 or 3 shows left, but to me, it's not the same, so I didn't go.
It's how I feel about Bone Thugs and Harmony. I've had a couple
Mhm.
of chances to go see them, but since it's not the original lineup and it's like one original member left and a bunch of fill-ins, I'm like, I don't
Okay,
really want to.
so I'm not the only person.
Yeah,
No, you're not the only person. I felt the same way about Cottonmouth Kings for a while.
because I get some shit because I don't. I've seen SDP both times with, not without, and I've seen I've seen Alice in Chains with and without. I don't know. Once the lead singer is no longer, it's a cover band to me.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's how I felt with the first 4 tracks that these guys had already written because I wasn't a part of the process. So it was always hard for me to start liking them until I heard the recordings come out, honestly.
It's not that I won't support them. It's just it's not my cup of tea anymore. It's not. I'm gonna go back to the first album. I'm gonna go back to the memories of opening that CD, putting it in. It's not this. It's not. You can hear the song and you can close your eyes and feel it, but
Yeah.
it's not this. It's not the same.
Yeah.
The same kit.
Yeah. I get a lot of flack for it, but I feel so strongly that Steve Perry makes up Journey. And I mean, Neil Sean's fantastic. Steve Smith, fantastic. The whole band is fantastic. But when Perry left Journey, I just, it was like
he had the nickname The Voice,
Yeah.
capital V. So it's like
he
talk about filling in gigantic pairs of shoes.
yeah.
Yeah, I just
Are you
don't.
okay with me looking at the water real quick? Just extra noise a little.
I'll go. I mean, I'll see them if they're on the bill of somebody that I want. Was there. I mean, I'm normally when I go to a show, I'm there for the opener to the doors let out. But I don't know. I can't see spending. Ticket prices are outrageous now. So for me to spend $90 to see, in my eyes, a cover band, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's something that we kind of run into as a band as well. As we kind of have talked about doing covers just for the sake of baseline for newer people to hear us and like, okay, well, they intend to sound like this, and like this is how they would sound if they wanted to try and do this, or so on and so forth. But we could never, just because we're so much different tastes, we can never really decide on one singular cover to do, and it's a mess to say the least.
These days, I find it easier to write a song than it is to
Very,
cover a song.
very.
It's true.
I mean, yeah, it probably is easier to write a brand new song than cover somebody else's material.
We've got 5 different guys saying, "This is my favorite song. We need to do this. This would sound great if we did this."
Well, it's also like with my parents when they asked me to play for them. I'm just like, okay, now my skill set's not prepared for playing a cover song on the spot for these people.
Oh, you want me to sing out in public without a microphone and
Yeah.
a backing track? That's cool. I'm gonna mumble.
I mean, there is karaoke though, but
I love karaoke. I'm going to karaoke tomorrow night.
so what's your karaoke song?
Oh, everywhere. This guy's even heard me do anything from country to just hard metal, rap. I do everything. All that matters to me is lyrics.
I once attempted Stand Alone by Godsmack. Yeah, that was that was horrible. But I attempted it once.
One of the first songs I learned to sing was Voodoo by Godsmack, and I used that to try and get chicks while I was in middle school.
First song I tried to, like a song that's really hard for me to sing lately is, I don't know why, but it's the chorus of A7X's A Beast and the Harlot.
Oh, that's a good one.
That dude must be singing that in one breath because there's like no pause.
Yeah, they're extremely talented on every facet.
Yeah, fair, but I was just saying.
So what's your feeling with now entire AI and what do you call it, writing a song for you in 2.5 seconds?
Hate it.
Well, I happen to have written lyrics on this subject. But yes, it basically is saying what Zach is saying.
Yeah, it takes out the emotion. One of my good friends, Jared, had said, if it can't feel anger and it can't be, to lack of a better words, if it can't feel anger and it's not horny enough, it's not human.
I mean, that's pretty succinct.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he was not.
He's not wrong.
He's out of line, but he's not wrong.
Well, if y'all will let me go on a rant about this, because this also ties into in the guitar community, there was a guy whose name was Giacomo Tura, and he not only was using AI to transcribe other people's music, but to also then sell that as his own transcription work. And to me, like, the reason why I don't like it is it comes down to the dishonesty, thievery aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, were these like, if these companies did fairly compensate or say like, hey, do you mind if we do this? I'd be a little bit more okay with it. It's the fact that everything's all hush hush and they didn't do that I'm just like, that just feels wrong, like, personally.
Yeah. And like, even in the art community itself, it's almost all the time it's almost thievery, or it is thievery when it comes to somebody else's art that they've made by hand. And it's unfortunate, to say the least.
AI just uses it to track your algorithm and then find what you want to buy on Google. And I'm not about that.
this man understands.
I'm not a baker. They don't need my cookies.
I mean, Big Brother's always watching. I'm saying, like, I had a conversation about something the other 2 days ago.
On that point that you brought up with George Orwell, I think a lot of people don't realize that dystopian sci-fi is not a prediction of the future. It's a critique of what's happening now.
Then we could go back to the Chili Peppers for Californication. You listen to the lyrics, half that shit's already happened, or it's going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
I'm a firm believer, and there's nothing new under the sun, but it's just unfair for somebody to pretend like they have any type of talent or technique just for the sake of using a computer.
Yeah, or just like a will to learn. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to draw. How do I start?
Mhm.
It's like AI took that from you.
Hey Grok, what's the answer for this?
It all started with auto tune.
Mm.
Damn it.
No, don't don't talk about T-Pain like that. He can sing otherwise.
This is true.
Yeah, leave that man alone. I want him coming after us. What do you feel about reverb then?
So reverb, I do enjoy in certain songs, and especially like it's underrated in musical instruments themselves. Like just to have that note carry for a little longer just seems a lot sweeter to me. As far as vocals, it really depends on what you're singing and how you're singing it. I think a lot of it does erase the vocal ability that somebody might have. Whether they're really good, the reverb could erase it, or if they're really bad, the reverb could try and help make them sound better. Because I used to run karaoke and I would use it to save people quite often.
Reverb's cool from the guitarist perspective. I'm not playing surf rock like Dick Dale, and I'm not exactly playing black metal where things are drenched in a gallon of reverb.
Mhm.
So for me, I would rather just take the natural reverb of the room, or like say if you do a show outside, you have the best source of reverb that there is. So like that's where I'm at. I don't hate it. It is what it is.
So when you go to a show for yourself, I mean, you're not playing, you just go for yourself. Are you like looking at the gear like, oh, I want that, what is that? Or, are you always looking to see what other people are doing, or you're just there for the show and listen? Do you like look to see what black box that is, or oh, is that a Marshall, or that's a Gibson, or like, is your eyes on the stage or eyes on the gear?
Eyes on the stage, because I like to see how the artist interacts with the crowd. That's if like you could have killer music, fantastic music, but if you don't have that crowd interaction and that link with your audience, then you know what I mean? It's like okay, you're good, but
Nice thing about heavy metal guitar tones is it really does come from an amp just going loud as balls. So I can just be like, all right, let's turn this up, bitches, and then just go.
I think that's probably my biggest failure as an artist is I always get lost in the show, and I need to go back and just watch some just live footage from my favorite bands and be like, okay, this is what the singer's doing during a solo instead of just like standing to the side. Or I gotta figure out some of the ways that I can make it a little more exciting for our fans, for sure.
For me, I vibe. Sometimes that's hard. Sometimes I'm just chilling.
I just get lost. Or in the pit, you're not really noticing anything in the pit.
Are you side stage people, rail or back bar, or when you go to a show to watch it, where are you normally located?
Typically I'm in the back because I feel like you get the best sound back there. It's not like too punchy and overbearing like being up front is. Off to the side, you might get more bass than guitar and less vocals, or either way, because each stage is set up differently. But if you're in the back, you kind of have a nice mix of everything, and there's enough body or sound absorbing things there that you get the best sound in the back. It gives you a better stage, like a better view of the entire stage, so you could. Like for me, I like watching the drummers. I like watching how they interact with each other. I like watching Sully Erna and Shannon Larkin have their drum off. I liked watching Chris Adler when he was playing for Lamb of God. I like watching Art Cruz play for Lamb of God. you get this whole, instead of just picking one individual slice. Oh, the singer's on the left side of the stage, so I'm going over there and I'm watching it. You get a whole complete picture of it, because as a drummer, I can watch how the guitarists interact with the drummer. I can watch how the bass player interacts. I can watch how they all interact with the vocalist. And so I kind of go to the back just for that whole complete picture.
Yeah, and as far as the rest of us, we typically, our stage formation would be all four of us lined up in a row in front of the drummer, but trying to make sure that everybody else can see him. And if it's a less wide stage, we typically do almost like an arrow formation, where it's me at the front, two guitarists, and or the bassist right next to me, and then the drummer as well. We just try and make it to where everybody can see everybody all at once. And so that if you are there to watch the drummer or there to watch the bassist, you can kind of get your little slice of pie, or you can get the whole thing all at once.
Yeah.
I'm going to add to that for me, it would depend on, because I experience music a little differently. I'm a synesthete, so I can actually see sound. So to me, it's whatever is, like if I'm at a show, it's whatever is not too overwhelming. So I'll typically tend to be around the back, or I try to shoot for as close to where the sound guys are, because it's not as overwhelming. The front, it always felt to me as if the music's going right over your head. As far as for us, though, I tend to like to have two guitars on either side. Mm-hmm. So you're not so guitar heavy on one side. You get like a nice blend or as it goes across.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the best advice you were giving musically or not musically?
Musically, I got two pieces of advice that when I got them, I wish I would have listened to them more, but hindsight's always 20/20. Practice with a metronome. And if you can't do something as fast as you want to do it, it's okay to slow down and like break it down at 60 BPM or 50 BPM until you can get that particular fill or that groove or whatever. In fact, I was talking to a drummer about drum lessons, because I'm still exploring the variations of double kick and trying to add that to my musical lexicon and my vocabulary. And he said in some of the songs that he had written that he had to slow things way down and just focus right on his feet, less about his hands. Hands were just kind of keeping time as a slow 1, 2, 3, 4. And he focused on what his feet were doing. And then he just brought it up 5 BPM until he got comfortable with it at 120, then 125, then 130. And so that was the most pinnacle. Those were the most pinnacle pieces of advice I got musically. And you can use those in, like I said, any facet of life. You can, if you're feeling stressed at your job or you're having troubles at home or whatever, slow down. Just take it slow. Take it day by day. Mm-hmm. Just, you don't have to rush into things. You're allowed to stop and smell the roses. You're allowed to enjoy beautiful views. You don't have to like hurry up to wait, I guess is what I would say. You can slowly get to where you want to go.
So for me, the biggest pieces of musical advice I could ever like give people, one of them's guitar specific. So when somebody says I want to learn how to like play fast, I would say the first thing to do, get used to how your body feels going at those speeds. Because I don't know if this is something that drummers do, but guitarists, when we actually slow something down too much, we tend to over exaggerate certain motions. just to slow it down. But to me, I would say if you want to learn how to play fast, get used to how something feels at, say, 195, like how your breath feels, where your feet are falling, right? How you tap to it, how it feels in the body. It's hard to explain that. The other one I would say regards composition. In all aspects of music, there's like 5 different names for it, right? For any given sound. And I would say if you're gonna go for like a specific example, like say an augmented 6 chord into your 5 chord of the key, I would say actually listen to what that sounds like, how that feels to you to do it. Because if you don't know what it sounds like and you're just throwing it in there, you're not playing anything with intent. And I think you should intend everything that you play.
That's valid.
And then this one also just regards learning, as Logan puts in. Try to break, like if you're learning a long, complicated passage, break it up into chunks. Like say if you're learning, say 7/8, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. Like try and get used to how something feels as a pulse or as a small unit of information. Because if you break something down into small units, you can easily tie it to other things. And then it starts to flow instead of just, sounding something random out of nowhere.
And I think my best advice that I ever got was from my mother. And she just told me, like, I know you want to be a musician. I know you want to do this. Just make sure that you're financially stable first. Make sure that you're able to take care of yourself and then follow your dreams. And I think that's honestly the best advice I got, because I would be in a hole right now if I didn't have a normal good job.
For real. Oh, that's the other thing. A plan B for a musician could also be music teacher, music shop. It could be still related to music.
Yeah.
But that's good advice.
You could always do jingles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they make money as well, so.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Rock Auto one by heart. So
Hey, I mean, Justin Timberlake dropped the McDonald's jingle, and he made so many millions off of that thing.
yeah, but
That's
he was already making millions.
Hey,
Yeah,
dude, he lined his pockets. That was his contingency plan.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean-
there's some I've heard for like what a metal musician is like you're not really selling metal music. You're basically a glorified T-shirt salesman.
Exactly.
I mean,
I mean,
so what you're telling me is I need to get better designs for our t-shirts.
no. It's like the reality of like that's why the shirt at the concert costs $40 instead of the normal like 20.
well,
They gotta
no,
eat.
To be honest, people don't really realize why it's that way.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it 40 when I could go to Hot Topic and buy it for 12? Well, yeah, the
I
markup
don't know. My answer
is-
would always be because you're not at Hot Topic right now.
Well, to me, it's like you're also like helping, like you're directly supporting the artist, and that's what
Yeah.
I'll always do.
And like people don't realize that there's merch cuts some places. There's what do you call it? Yeah, shirts are expensive.
hmm
I
Well, that and anybody could take our logo and put it on a shirt, but when we have to pay for it out of our pocket, then that means that the profit margin has to be slightly larger.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, yeah, you guys have to buy in bulk.
hmm
For a small guy like me, I have new merch dropping in 2 weeks. I didn't buy bulk. I did 14 shirts. When they're gone, they're gone. I re-up. But I'm just saying, yeah, they don't put that in accountability as well. Is that okay? Yours is 45, so they're 60. You kind of have to. I mean, you kind of have to somewhat match or whatever, or you're all eating ramen noodles on the bus on the way to the next place.
Yeah, I think that's why our first line of merch when it came to shirts that I had purchased was super simple. I, for full disclosure, only paid like $6 a piece for it, so we're only selling them for $15 a piece. Small profit margin, so we can purchase more merch for new people to buy. It's as simple as can be. It's not overpriced like some people, but at the same time, it's not as detailed as most people will get their first line. But we wanted something so people could support and also so that they could afford it.
Yep.
Affordable, and the money goes right back into the band anyway, so it's not like you're making really money. It's whatever you sell goes back into the next run.
Exactly. Yeah, whatever we make on profit is going straight into getting better shirts for the next line.
Or oh shit, we lost the drum key, like we need to buy a new one, like
Yeah, or shit, we have to buy a rug now since we forgot it clear back at the last city.
Or the 30th power outlet.
Yeah, or that.
Constantly losing power outlets and surge protectors.
Or we have to special order our bassist strings because he plays on a 6-string.
I mean,
It's
go ahead, sir.
It's always little things too that you like never think about. Like when somebody says like, "Well, where's most of your money going?" I'm like, I could tell you: picks, strings, cables, power strips. What else?
Drumsticks.
Yeah, drumsticks, heads,
Duct tape.
keys.
Yeah,
Definitely duct
Cymbals
tape.
are so expensive too.
I know, especially for good ones,
Mhm.
bro.
Duct tape, wires.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing I'm an electrician for most of it, but yeah.
I know. I mean that helps. I'm just saying.
Is that what you do for real? Well, I don't want to say real life, but that's what you do.
Yeah. My day job, I guess. Hopefully, it's not my day job for too long. But yeah, my day job is electrician. I install solar on people's houses and whatnot. It sucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you ever just throw on Rob Zombie, dig through the ditches and burn through the witches as you're setting wire?
A lot of it is dependent on if the homeowner is home and if I'm in the attic or not, because they can hear everything you're saying or doing when you're in the attic, even if it's through headphones. So like I have to switch to a different playlist just for when I'm in the attic, and then when I'm on top of the roof, if they're not there, I just play the most heinous shit I can think of, like Wheeler Walker Jr.
I would be playing the most creepiest shit in the world. Attic. If I'm
Just go through the attic and just start playing Tiny Tim. Hell yeah.
Tiptoe
Come
through the
play
tulips
with
here.
me.
Yeah. Hell yeah! By the window.
Put some red paint on your face. So they don't get it out.
No, if I want to scare somebody, I'll just step on the actual roofing instead of the studs, and I'll just fall right through. That'll scare them.
No, I would definitely play the beginning of Annabelle. Like I would scare the shit out of them. This is why I don't do things. I mean, my thoughts tell me, well, a little kid laughing or just.
Well, the thoughts are definitely there. It's just a matter of this isn't making enough money at the moment to risk it.
I mean, doing it once.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, you do it at every job, then yeah. I mean, customer complaints are going to be out. Well, I don't know if you have HR, but you'd be going to HR. But I'm just saying, do not collect $200. You're going straight to HR. But yeah, I would still be screwing with people. I mean,
I think the most we've done is sitting on the roof and doing our job, and the customers will always come out and they'll watch the work being done because they're curious. And occasionally we'll just turn around and be like, it's always annoying when the customer just fucking watches you the whole time. Just stare at them.
That's why, like, when somebody comes up and like sees what's on my headstock on my guitar, I want to actually like get one, like a parts caster that just says, "Nosy little fucker, ain't you?"
you should do that though.
Just one that says your mom was here.
I mean, that could work.
That would be funny.
So no, the new EP comes out, or at least one single comes out Friday. Do
Yes.
we have a time? Do we have where everybody should be?
So I believe
Any-
it was Friday at 12. We'd have to double check it, but I do believe it was Friday at 12 p.m. And this is Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah, but I think it's Eastern Standard Time that we're dropping it. So
So
9 or
10?
10.
10 for us.
Yeah.
Y'all have y'all can get in the DistroKid.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is it going to be on Spotify as well?
Yeah, it'll be on all streaming platforms as far as I'm aware. Through DistroKid, I believe it distributes it to
Yeah, on all of them.
Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff.
So the new song, do you think it's heavier than the last couple?
As far as all of the other early releases, it's the same. It's mostly just a new reiteration of the vocals. It's not the same vocalist, so we wanted to try and turn a new leaf by releasing an old song first, so that people could get a feel for how we sounded now. And as far as vocals, I am nowhere near as heavy as the older guy. I know the older guy. I love the shit out of him, but yeah, I definitely couldn't do the vocals he does. I just try and bring a new spin to it, and we've heard people like it. He likes it, so yeah, it's one of those things where it's just as heavy instrumentally, and it's more intrinsic vocally.
Yeah, we actually got a compliment at our last show where, I mean, we had played our set and we were just out. We were outside, kind of cooling off, letting the other band set up, all that stuff. And this audience member walked up, and I think it was me, Zach, Colton, and Nick standing around. And he said, "You know, when you guys started playing, I thought it was going to be like this brutal death vocal stuff, but he was melodic over it, and it worked. Like, I liked it. And like that still floors me to this day. Like, he straight up, I thought it was going to be this way, and then he actually started singing, and it works, and it's good."
For one of the biggest compliments was because I just uploaded something to like my personal YouTube, and somebody said like we sounded like old Priest and Maiden. I'm like, I mean, what else do you say to that? But like, hell yeah.
And our manager Danny, he's done a lot for us as well, and I took his compliment to heart when he said that this one we're releasing sounds almost like a heavier Volbeat. And that tickled me in all the right places.
That's because Volbeat kicks ass.
That's fair.
They actually played this Sunday, last Sunday, by me. They were with Hailstorm.
I heard Hailstorm. I didn't hear the right before that.
Oh, Volbeat played with Hailstorm by me.
Oh,
No,
dude, I wish.
the last time I saw Volbeat was down in Salt Lake. It was at Knotfest Roadshow.
There you go.
So it opened with Behemoth, and then Gojira played, and then
Damn.
Volbeat, and then Slipknot.
Lucky asshole.
I know. That's what I'm saying over here. I'm like, shit, I love all those.
I'll
Yeah.
never forget it because they started playing Still Counting, and right before they started it, the singer said, "Y'all want something heavier?" And the crowd cheered, and he was like, "Well, shit, we don't have anything heavier, but this is our last song." And he started playing it, and he sang that first line, and then right before it goes into the heavy that part, he was like, "It'd be really nice to see a mosh pit." So we all started moshing right when that heavy part kicked in. And he said, "Y'all are some crazy fuckers up here. No one else has ever done this. You made me feel good about being here."
No, at some point you have to like think that are they lying? Like, did the
No,
show like
dude.
before then mosh, and then they were like, "You guys were also the first that ever
Nah.
do."
Nah, I mean,
I kind of wonder that too sometimes. Like,
I'm like, you got to get the crowd going, and then telling them that they're crazy and like the best crowd you've ever had is probably the best way to do it.
maybe.
I mean, I'm from New Jersey. We do go hard, but like,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like when they say that, I'm like, you were just somewhere else the other
Sure
night
about that?
that when I saw footage and I'm like, but like,
But then again, there are some legitimately crazy people out there.
Yeah. Like in Houston over at the Cynthia Woods Pavilion, we were moshing, like the entire crowd was moshing to Avenged Sevenfold to the point of them having to turn on the sprinklers so we would all calm down. And that just made everything more fun.
I mean,
I see your point.
There's a reason why Slipknot only comes to Jersey, you know, not every year. Like, I mean, there's a reason why certain bands don't, because we tear shit up. I was at a Slipknot show; they were throwing chairs. Like, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Lawn chairs, mind you, but we were, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I wish we had the opportunities, but being in a flyover state kind of ruined some of them.
I mean, I see your point, but I also raise you. When I went to the first Rockstar Mayhem, well, it wasn't the first, but it had Rob Zombie, Lamb of God, Korn, and Five Finger Death Punch as the headliners. And there was a comedian emceeing it, and after Lamb of God got done playing, no, it was right after Five Finger Death Punch got done playing. He walked out on stage while they were setting up Lamb of God stuff, and he said, "You know, we've taken this tour all over America. We've been to the East Coast. We've been to the South. We've been all over. We've been through the Midwest, all that." And he's like, nowhere else. He's like, everywhere else we've been, every girl throws their bras and panties on stage. Like, it's just a given. They guarantee, like, trash bags full of them, right? He's like, but you fuckers out here, you don't do that. And yet I just watched an 80-year-old woman with a cane hit people in the mosh pit because she was trying to enjoy the show. Never fucking seen that anywhere else. You guys are built different. And then Lamb of God dedicated Redneck to us. And so everybody was all hyped. It was awesome. I also counter you with the fact that when Falling in Reverse played in Idaho Falls and then went to LA and played a couple days later, Ronnie Radke actually said, LA, Idaho just showed you up. Where the fuck you at? Or something along those lines. Like, he called them out for not turning up and said that Idaho showed everybody up in LA. So
I would say that at the next show each time, though. You know,
no, it's in Twitter.
I mean,
Rock has this catalog, dude.
I mean, it could also just be he's telling the truth, but also it gets people hyped.
Yeah, you're like, oh, Idaho, fuck Idaho.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so before we wrap this stuff up, because it's getting to that point here, what do you want to say to your fans or people that haven't heard you yet? What's coming up for the next couple months? I think we have like 4 months left, 5 months left of the year.
Well, we're hoping to get to some festivals. We're hoping to have a lot of fun and just kind of broaden our horizons and broaden other horizons for new fans. But to our current fans and people who actually actively listen to us, thank you, and show your grandma our music.
Especially your grandma.
I need somebody out there with a fucking cane.
Yeah, dude.
or like at the Dropkick Murphys show, a guy had a plunger on his head.
Yeah. Yeah, where's that guy? Tell him to come to Misfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Saturday. What about you guys?
For me, it's like, oh, go ahead, Casey.
Thanks for listening and hope you enjoy.
Well, for me, it's like, hey, if you like it, there's some more coming along the way, and just stay tuned.
Yeah. We're going to try to make everything the best we can.
Yeah. But you, Nick?
That's about it, yeah. If you choose to listen to us, thank you very much.
Right on.
Fair. That's valid.
Come to a show, and I'll buy you a beer, and Zach will drink it with you.
Not just that, but I'll buy you a Hot Pocket. Hashtag Hot Pockets in the pit. I'm never going to let this die.
There we go.
You're talking about the food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
Just wanna-
best food for a
Just
for
want
a
to
mosh.
clarify. I'm just clarifying you were talking about the food.
No, kind of hot pocket are we talking about? Are we talking like a pepperoni pizza or?
Yeah, no, we're talking about the food, not an Alabama hot pocket.
I mean, each their own, but I just figured that, clarify.
We can't be like, help me, step bro, I'm stuck in the mosh pit.
I'm putting that,
That's
You
a
know
song
what,
right there. What are you
I'm gonna
doing,
put
Step
that-
Bro?
that should be the next.
It's almost on the line of like our jockstrap metal. It's like a song that you like give wedgies to people to.
You guys are telling on yourselves.
So you're saying Nickelback music, okay?
I mean, fair. To be fair, I'm gonna have a hot take here. I like Nickelback's music. Fuck Chad Kroger.
I'm with
I mean,
you.
fair.
I'm 100% with you.
Yeah,
Everybody's,
I just
"Why
don't
are
like
you
the
not
singer.
liking it?" I don't like him.
No, they're big for a reason. They have good music, but the front man running his mouth like I am currently. Fuck Chad Kroger. Fuck Chad Kroger.
Well, like for me, it's like everybody used to meme on him because everybody was all Nickelback fans. Like,
Yeah.
why am I not making money? Well, I couldn't make it as a wise man.
Yeah, no, it's like there's plenty of people. Everybody listened to them. They were like Breaking Benjamin. I don't know anybody who hates Breaking Benjamin aside from their singer.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's the breakout. Like people who have too big of a voice act like assholes, and there you go. Like all of a sudden, you either ruin the reputation of a band, or
It gets
you at
better.
least hate one person and
I-
tell everybody else how you hate them.
Yeah, I'm not. And everybody knows him. I mean, them and Corey Hart. I can't stand.
Fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
My hot take is that Nickelback was only hated because social media told us to.
That's mine too.
And we gave so much smoke to Nickelback that trash ass Maroon 5 went by with no smoke. And then Adam Levine said, and I'm quoting this is in Loudwire. I have the article saved, dude, because I read it when I want to rage. He said, and I'm quoting him, "No hot chicks listen to metal."
That's because he's a dumbass.
I counter him, my wife.
What?
I
Goth chicks and fishnets. Do
mean, fair too, but like, yeah, facts. These are all just factual information. It's science.
Well, I mean, where do I sign up? Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, I mean, I'm here. Like,
Yeah,
all right,
no, it's one of those
all right,
things. Man.
gentlemen.
Yep.
It's about that time. We're going to be on. Well, it's live on Concert Junkies Rob and John YouTube, Concert Junkies Rob and John Facebook, and Twitch is just Concert Rob because they would not let me finish what I was doing. So that's shame on them. I want to thank you guys for your time. I will be back on the 20th with Kate Sings, and then after that, the 27th is Dropout Kings.
I've heard of them.
Then after that, you will be finding me on September 25th, 26th, and 27th. I will be heading out to Brewstock. That is in North Carolina, Gastonia. I'll be filming out there. Until then, I will see you guys soon.
Appreciate talking to you. We'll share you like a